Hello, you. Chinwe Blessing, like I always say, relax and let's take you through today. Welcome to a poignant episode that shines a spotlight on the unsettling practice of child marriage and its far reaching consequences. In this discussion, we'll delve into the profound ways in which child marriage perpetuates circles of poverty and tragedy and just tragically limits opportunities for young girls around the world. Child marriage is a practice that robs children of their childhood and compromises their future. It remains a pressing global issue. The impacts extend beyond individual lives, affecting families, communities, and more so the society at large. So whether you think this concerns you or it doesn't, it does. Definitely does. Today, we hope to unravel the intricate connections between child marriage, poverty, and the stifling of young girls' potential. I have with me in the studio Alison James. And that's just how she put it. She said, the name is Alison James. And she said, I don't like anything loud. I just like quiet things. I don't want loud. So I was looking to give the whole and she just said to say this. She's against child abuse. She's against early marriage. She's a woman. She's against women violence, and she's a woman activist. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Blessing. I
am so excited to have you in the studio. When you agreed to come, I could not hide my excitement. I was almost jumping out of my chair.
Okay, that's nice.
Yes, so please, let's begin this conversation. Take me back to, I remember when we met.
Yeah.
And you shared your story. I remember exactly how I felt hearing it. Take us back there. Tell us where it all started for you.
Okay. It all started when I lost my mom at an early age, and then I'm from a background from Benue State, and but I was born and bred in Kaduna, and we have this kind of community that then the in thing is all about the girl don't need to go to school. She has nothing to do with school. All she got to do is maybe after like some years, like 10, 11, 12, you just get a man to hook her up and stuff like that. And apparently I became a victim of such. And that was where my journey began. To become like an early mother, married to a man that do I say 4 times older than myself or something? Yeah, they can call a father or a grandfather, I don't know, yeah. Oh yeah. And my dad had no choice because I was his only child. So he's very inquisitive to see his grandchildren. That's all what he's after. So for him, if you're married to a man, if the man decides that you go to school, you go to school. If he says no, you don't. You just have to if he feeds you, he clothes you, he gives you shelter. What do you need in life anymore? You don't need anything. So that's how it
How
does.
old were you
12.
when you were 12?
Yeah.
When did you lose your mom?
I lost my mom at the age of 10.
You were 10. 2 years later, you were married off to a man that was how old? How old was he?
Then he was around 40.
He was around 40.
Yeah, between 35, 40.
Between 35, 40.
Yeah.
Was there, sometimes you hear these stories and you would hear, oh, my father was in debt. And that was the only way to pay off the debt. Was that a situation, or your father just felt like, oh, that's the right thing to do?
Yeah, he felt as his only child. He wants to see his grandchildren before passing on. That's his own.
That was where he was coming from.
Yes, that's what he said, and he was like, "What are you waiting for? You don't want me to see my grandchildren?" So for him, how I feel,
Mm.
it's not his business.
Take us to being a wife. What was the what at first? What was the experience like? What did it feel like? I mean, you're married now to somebody at 12.
Well, then, let me say I found myself in an island. I'm trying to give you an expression now.
Yeah.
In an island that, okay, I'm still within my setting. So I don't even believe that I'm married to a man because I call him brother.
Oh, you call him brother.
Yes. So, and there's still that child in me. I don't know how to cook. I cannot coordinate the house because that's the marital way now. And because I see him as a brother, I don't see him like I'm living under a man married to. So the whole thing is like this play thing, you know, until it dawned on me when like, okay, hey, you're here for, like, you're my wife, you know.
At what point did it dawn on you that you were a wife?
Wow. At the point that I took in for my first daughter and I didn't know I was pregnant.
Did you know? It's okay to tell me when you're